Hi, I'm Aidan Quigley from aq.ie and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about tech, web design and branding. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 of my key takeaways from Jony Ive, the genius behind Apple's greatest products. Before we get into the video though, I want to ask you to do 3 things for me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button to turn on post notifications. I'll just sit here and wait for a second while you do it. Okay, good, let's go. Before we get started, I just want to share with you that I'm a freelancer working with Irish small and medium-sized enterprises to build beautiful websites. And if you know someone who should work with me, let me know in the comments below. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get into the 5 key points. So the first point is to prototype, prototype, prototype. The great thing about prototyping a lot is that you get to trial lots of different things, lots of different solutions, lots of different options. But what it allows you to do is to test it out and see if it works or not. And that's something that Jony Ive did a lot when he was working on designs. He would create hundreds of prototypes with minuscule differences, each one edging that much closer to perfection. The second takeaway from Jony Ive, the genius behind Apple's greatest products, is people. You have to surround yourself with people who impress you to the point of intimidation. The reason behind that is it's going to spur you on to think outside the box, to go further than you've gone before, and to up your skills to the next level. People say you're a reflection of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So imagine that in a work context where you're surrounded by 5 other incredibly talented people, designers, marketers, whatever. That's going to take you to the next level because you'll be inspired by your colleagues and you're going to want to, match where they're at and maybe even one-up them. Number 3 is sweat the small details. If you've ever owned an Apple laptop or an iPhone or even AirPods, you can tell the amount of detail that goes into these products. The MacBook Air, when it first launched, Jony Ive designed the enclosure to be lifted with 1 finger. And that design trait from the MacBook Air is carried forward to today's MacBook Pros. But sweating the small details isn't just for the $1,000, $2,000, pound, euro laptops. It's also for things like AirPods, where you have the case lid that is fun to play with. You can open and close it and it has that fiddle factor that Jony Ive is famous for. Having that satisfaction as you open it and close it, as it clicks kind of into place, it's a small detail, but it makes it really satisfying. Number 4, draw inspiration from other parts of your life. For Jony Ive, he was really interested in fast cars like the Aston Martin. And if you notice, Aston Martin used high-end production materials like aluminium. Thanks to his exposure that was carried forward, he drew inspiration from the other products in his life to bring it to his work in Apple. All of Apple's products nowadays are made with aluminium. Whether you're an industrial designer or a web designer or a digital marketer, you can draw inspiration from different parts of your life, from your passions, and bring it into your work, and that's going to enrich what you do. The 5th and final takeaway is learning to say no. Now this is important specifically for Apple because in the 90s they had dozens of products. They were kind of doing mediocre and Steve Jobs came back in and he decided that they needed to focus on 4 segments: the portable consumer market, the portable professional market, the desktop consumer market, and desktop professional market. By reducing the products down from dozens to simply 4, they said no to a lot of things, but they focused in on what made them really good. And that focus is arguably what's kept Apple at the top of their game. Jony Ive and Steve Jobs have been in boardrooms where they're showcasing products and they've had to say no because it wasn't good enough. It was competent, it did an okay job, but it wasn't going to wow customers or significantly beat the competition, so they scrapped it. And that's something that you can take into your work as well. If you're a freelancer, you can say no to projects that don't fit your business strategy. If you're working in digital marketing, you can say no to certain social media platforms that don't connect with your audience. So you just need to have a little focus and learn to say no. Prototyping, surrounding yourself with the right people, sweating the small details, draw inspiration from other parts of your life, and say no. Those are my 5 key takeaways from Jony Ive, the genius behind Apple's greatest products. Employ them in your life, use them in business, use them in your home life. Hopefully now you can draw inspiration from Jony Ive and apply it to your business today. It's safe to say that Sir Jony Ive has had an immense impact on people's lives, with billions of people using the products that he's designed every day. So if you take those 5 things away from today's video, great, now it's over to you. Go on and give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below which of the 5 lessons you found most useful today. Before you go, check out some of my other videos over here, and I want to say a big thank you for watching. Until next time.